Zimbabwe continues moving through a very important political period as attention remains focused on President Emmerson Mnangagwa, Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, and the future direction of the ruling party. While government business continues as normal, there is growing interest in what the next chapter of Zimbabwe's political journey could look like. President Mnangagwa remains the country's leader and continues overseeing government programs, economic initiatives, infrastructure projects, and development plans. His administration continues to emphasize investment, stability, industrial growth, and national development as key priorities. At the same time, Vice President Chiwenga remains one of the most influential figures within the country's political system. Because of his experience and long history in public service, he continues to attract significant attention whenever discussions about the future emerge. One of the reasons this story remains important is because Zimbabwe is approaching a period where future leadership questions naturally become part of the national conversation. Whenever a country reaches such a stage, people begin paying closer attention to political movements, government decisions, policy discussions, and relationships among senior leaders. As these developments continue, citizens across the country are carefully observing what is happening. Many people are interested in understanding how future leadership decisions may be handled and what impact those decisions could have on national development. For ordinary Zimbabweans, however, the biggest concerns remain practical matters. Families want economic opportunities, business owners want stable conditions for investment, young people want employment opportunities and career growth, communities want infrastructure development, better services, and continued progress. These issues remain important because they directly affect everyday life. At the same time, political developments continue attracting attention because leadership decisions often influence economic confidence, development planning, and national priorities. As government institutions continue functioning and political discussions continue behind the scenes, many observers believe the coming months could be significant. There are ongoing conversations about constitutional reforms, future leadership arrangements, long-term planning, and the direction of national policy. These discussions are important because they may influence how Zimbabwe develops in the years ahead. One thing that stands out during this period is the importance of political experience. President Mnangagwa has spent decades in public service and remains one of the most experienced political figures in Zimbabwe. Vice President Chiwenga also possesses significant experience and influence, having served in important leadership positions over many years. Because both leaders have played major roles in the country's recent history, any development involving either individual naturally attracts public interest. Many citizens are therefore paying close attention to the relationship between national leadership and the broader direction of the country. At the same time, development remains a major focus. People want to see economic growth. They want businesses to expand. They want investment opportunities. They want stronger industries. They want improved infrastructure. They want a future that creates opportunities for younger generations. These expectations continue shaping national conversations. As Zimbabwe continues moving forward, there is also growing discussion about how future leaders can build upon existing development programs while introducing new ideas that address changing realities. This is why leadership discussions often attract such strong attention. They are not only about individuals, they are also about policies, they are about priorities, they are about economic opportunities, they are about the future. Many people understand that the choices made today may influence national progress for many years. That is why every major political development receives close attention. A meeting today may influence a policy tomorrow. A policy tomorrow may influence investment next year. An investment next year may create opportunities for thousands of citizens. This connection between leadership and development is one of the reasons political news remains important. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe continues working toward economic growth and national progress. Government institutions continue operating, development initiatives continue advancing, communities continue pursuing opportunities, businesses continue seeking growth, and citizens continue hoping for a brighter future. As these efforts continue, many people believe stability will remain important. Stable institutions help create confidence. Confidence helps attract investment. Investment helps create opportunities. Opportunities help improve lives. This is a simple chain that many citizens understand very well. That is why conversations about leadership often return to questions of development, stability, and national progress. As the political environment continues evolving, many questions remain unanswered. What will future leadership arrangements look like? How will important political decisions be made? What policies will receive the greatest attention? How will development priorities be shaped? Only time will provide answers to these questions. For now, the focus remains on observing developments carefully and understanding how different decisions may influence the country's future. One thing is certain, Zimbabwe remains at an important point in its national journey. The coming years may bring new opportunities. They may bring important reforms. They may bring new strategies for growth and development. And they may bring decisions that shape the country's future direction. This is why so many people continue paying attention. The story is still unfolding. The political journey continues. The development journey continues. The economic journey continues. And every new chapter adds another piece to Zimbabwe's evolving national story. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel because this is a developing story and there is a lot to unpack.